Hello everyone, my name is Anuradha and welcome to my channel, Healing the Heart with Anuradha. I just started this channel because I wanted to share all of the different wonderful pieces of information that I come across regarding nutrition and health, especially sharing some of the recipes that I've been able to transform into really healthy, tasty recipes. I've had a challenge with my health over the last several years, and I feel like I was able to overcome it with transforming recipes that I normally like to eat into healthy recipes, and to also assisting other people with their health and nutrition needs. So many people have been asking me how not to gain weight while we have the stay-at-home order from the governor or the government in general. Now, about 3 weeks ago, my husband and I, with some friends, returned from India, and because we were sick in the last couple of days in India, we self-quarantined for about 2 weeks. It was very easy during that time because we were jet lagged, we were just back from India, we had a ton of stuff to unpack, and we were away from our house for quite a while. So we unpacked, organized, I went through every single cupboard in my house, and I was able to, get a good sense of what I had and what I did not need. And the 2 weeks really went by. Now, for the last 10 days, we were out and about, and then as of last night, we received the stay-at-home order, as with most of the country and most of different other cities in the world. So how not to gain weight during this time of isolation? That is like the $100 million question. Personally, even though I try to follow a healthy lifestyle, I've also been just cooking recently. I've been looking at a lot of recipes. I have been scouring the internet for healthy, immune boosting. But what's been going on is that I've actually just been cooking as if there's some kind of plague coming. We're not going to have any food. And I realized that if I continue like this, then all of my health plans and my nutrition tips, etc., is just going to go out the window. So I'm going to share just 8 simple tips for how you can remain healthy while you are in isolation or at home. The first thing is drink lots of tea, tons of tea. My husband has a great habit where every morning he brews a big thermos of tea, and that's what he takes down for his morning meditation at the temple, as well as to drink throughout the day. Now, I also come from a tea drinking culture. I think it was just maybe the British influence, but for me, a cup of tea is so comforting. And I like to change it up a little bit. Every morning when I wake up, I usually drink a cup of as hot as I can handle water with a little bit of really good quality apple cider vinegar. And thereafter, maybe an hour later, I drink some kind of green tea. Usually it's matcha. If I don't have enough matcha, or I just want to change it up, like I said, I'll have Jan Meisha, which is green tea, rolled green tea with toasted brown rice, or maybe a green tea with kombucha. Those are my 3 favorite green teas. So I have a cup of green tea in the morning, and then I try to, like I said, change it up and have different green teas or regular teas. I'm also a really firm believer in intermittent fasting. Over the coming videos, I'm going to share with you different types of intermittent fasting, or different types of fasting for that matter. When I adopted a fasting-focused lifestyle, that's when I saw my health just change dramatically. I've been trying different things over the last couple of years to kind of get over that hump of, struggling with perimenopausal issues or stress-related issues or post-trauma related issues. And what really helped me kind of go over that health hump is practicing or adopting a fasting-focused lifestyle. I'm going to share that journey with you in a subsequent video, but for now, I would like to just encourage you to practice intermittent fasting, and that means only eating in a certain window of time. So a fasting from your last meal until your first meal of the next day. Now, there are so many sites that you can go to and Google exactly how intermittent fasting works. But if there's any one thing you can do, that is adopt the principle of intermittent fasting. The way I do it is, like I said, I drink apple cider vinegar, I drink green tea, I drink a lot of tea until lunch. Then I spend some time cooking a really great lunch, and at about 1 o'clock, 1:30 or 2, that's when I serve myself and my husband and sometimes our neighbors with a really beautifully plated meal. I've been sharing that on my Facebook page, Healing the Heart with Anuradha, and I'm going to be doing more of that in the coming weeks as well. So drinking a lot of tea while practicing intermittent fasting is my very first tip. My second tip is keep yourself busy. Now, if your kitchen is in the center of your house, like our house, then you're going to be passing your kitchen quite a bit. Try not to work in your kitchen. Or if you have to work in your kitchen or close to your kitchen, if you have an open plan, then don't keep any snacks around. I specifically have to do this because I often have fruit or some crackers or things that I've made around, and it's really takes quite a bit of mind control to not snack all day long. So keep yourself really busy. One suggestion for keeping yourself busy because you're suddenly away and isolated and just being with people all day long, especially if you're in a service or a work environment that requires you to solve problems, you're really kind of working your brain. But when you're home and you're kind of just at your own whims, working at your own whim, it might take a little bit of effort to keep that brain working. So download some apps, do something for a few minutes a day where you're actually kind of solving problems. This might mean finding a chess partner or a Sudoku partner, or kind of, doing, kind of challenging yourself. I've taken up the practice of some music every day, just for 15 minutes a day, practicing maybe different beats on a drum or a mridanga or a harmonium. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, is to challenge myself to do something different. So keeping yourself busy. Another thing about keeping yourself busy is don't keep yourself busy watching the news all day. That is just, there's already stress. We already have a level of stress, even if we don't acknowledge it or not. We have a level of stress that's just permeating the entire world right now. Maybe we're thinking about loved ones that are not close. We're thinking about friends. Or we're just thinking about maybe losing our jobs or losing income for that matter. So there is just kind of like a world level of stress that's going on. And we don't have to add to it by watching the news all day or reading about the pandemic all day. Maybe limit yourself to once or twice a day. Maybe limit yourself to only looking at sites that are really giving something of value. Taking yourself off of chat groups that are constantly pummeling you with pandemic information. Information is knowledge and power, but too much information right now about the pandemic and different incorrect sources can just pump cortisol into your body. Those increased levels of cortisol is just going to increase your stress. Increased stress is just going to lead you towards looking for serotonin-filled experiences like carb-laden foods. You do not want that. Don't do that, everyone. Please stay away from the carb-laden foods and stick to intermittent fasting. Drink a lot of tea, and in that way, and also stay away from the news channels, and then in that way, reduce the amount of cortisol that you're pumping into your blood. The next tip is just step away from your kitchen. Step away from it. Go to your room, go to a study area. If your kitchen is in the middle of your house, like I said, just stay away from the snacks. The best thing to do is to find a workplace outside of your kitchen and work there. Another tip is do not snack. It's just dangerous, people, completely dangerous. If you adopt an intermittent fasting lifestyle, then that actually just normally or naturally keeps you away from snacks. Try not to snack. If you have to snack, only snack in your eating window. For me, my eating window is between 1 o'clock in the afternoon to about 6 o'clock in the evening. And I try every day to kind of reduce that window of eating. But try not to snack and try to make your meals an extremely wonderful experience. So try not to snack. That would be my next tip. Another tip is to stay connected. I've been taking, not every day, but I've been taking yoga classes online. And that has been so wonderful. I take my yoga classes through the Zoom app, and that allows me to see all of the other people who are putting on their cameras. And I really feel like I'm part of a community. I also am part of different chat groups online on Facebook that listen to classes. I'm also part of an online Japa Sangha. It's called Giriraj Swami Japa Sangha, and that's where I practice my mantra meditation for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours a day. So find a way to stay connected with people that really inspire you, that you can exercise with, that you can do yoga with, that you can read with, that you can listen to music with, that you can actually practice music together. So stay connected. My 6th tip is to have a glass of water whenever you're hungry. Now, every night I fill 2 copper thermoses of water, and every day, after they've stayed in the copper jug for overnight, I should try to drink a lot of water. Usually when you're hungry, you're generally thirsty. So reach for a cup of hot water before you actually reach for something to eat. It's a very simple principle. Whenever you're hungry, drink warm water, drink a cup of tea. Have some, carbonated water for that matter. Drink some kombucha. That's what we do here at home. When you're hungry, it's generally that you're bored. So stay busy and reach for a cup of hot water. The second last tip is to really consciously practice stress reduction. And that means taking up some kind of breathing exercise, some kind of yoga practice, or taking a walk, which is my last tip, and that is walking or exercise. There are so many videos on YouTube that you can just watch free of charge, high intensity interval training for that matter, just for 8 or 10 minutes, doing some kind of vinyasa, doing some kind of exercise routine that you can just do in the comfort of your own home, or stepping outside and walking, people, just walking. My rule of thumb is walk for 20 minutes until you sweat. When you sweat, that's just gonna flood endorphins into your body. You're going to feel good, you're gonna be happier, and that's gonna the endorphins is just gonna naturally reduce the amount of stress that you have in your body. So those are my 8 tips. I'm gonna share in the bio section of the YouTube video these 8 tips, and maybe share with you some links of how you can adopt an intermittent fasting lifestyle. But in the coming weeks, I'm going to share with you some videos and some recipes for some really great things that I cook at home, share with you more ideas on how to adopt a fasting focused lifestyle, and together we can stay really healthy, really safe. Remember, just stay indoors, then you don't have to wash your hands so many times. But in any case, stay safe, people, and thank you so much. I'm really excited to have shared with you my first video from Healing the Heart with Anuradha. Thank you so much.